Hello, everybody. A warm welcome to all of you, ladies, for joining us today for another round of discussion. The topic for today is financial freedom for women. And why is it important? Why is it so important? We keep talking, we keep listening to a lot of content online that, the need of the hour is that women will get empowered only if they have financial freedom. And I myself, I tell that, if you want to fly, you need financial freedom because that's the wind underneath your wing. So that will help you go higher, higher, and higher. And so today, continuing with our discussion, which had happened in the past also on this, I would like to introduce our guest today. So we have Dr. Jonaki Mukherjee with us, who is an award-winning educator and has spent over 2 decades teaching children of diverse age groups across multiple Indian cities. Ma'am Janaki advocates for empowering disadvantaged women with education through her work at West Bengal Women's Commission and Women's Correctional Home. For creating social impact through education, Dr. Janaki received the Women Economic Forum Iconic Women Award, Mahashweta Devi Samman Award, and Special Appreciation Award from Rotary. She has won the Aparajita Award for Education as a veteran category in 2018. Janaki has been featured as an education expert in leading TV channels, including Tara TV 24 Ghanta, Doordarshan, and her articles have appeared in EI Samay and the Millennium Post. Published author of 3 books. Her latest book, Classroom Whispers, from Secret Diary of a Sensitive Teacher, is an Amazon bestseller. I welcome you on board, ma'am, Dr. Janaki Mukherjee. It's amazing to have a woman of your prestige along with us so that we get to learn how you have been doing and, how have you helped women around you in uplifting them. Along with me, I'm joined today also by Madhumita. Madhumita Chanda is from West Bengal. She's a dancer and has a small company named as Suchi Dharar, and she works towards women empowerment through her small initiative. Small or big, we believe that you are making an effort and that counts. So, and through our platform at Janitri, we recognize all women who are trying to make this a different place, gaining financial freedom, not just for themselves, but also for women around them. So yes, we stand for women supporting women. I would now request everybody, of course, we are also joined with our founder, Rumi Bora. Dr. Rumi Bora has been instrumental in getting together a lot of women from across nationalities, I would say, not just limited to our country. And she's trying to empower them so that they can create a history for themselves. So I would now request, we'll begin with Dr. Janaki Mukherjee, to share your thought process around how and why, how have you been doing it, and why do you think that it is so important for women to achieve financial freedom?
Okay, so to begin with, I believe that there are only 2 groups of people on this world. One is man and one is women. So, but out of this 2 group, we have found that most of the places of the world, we have witnessed that there has been a patriarchal society. And as a result, we have seen that women have not been given the equal rights. And
Ma'am, you're on mute. Uh, please, yes.
the family itself, and from the family there is a discrimination which is done between the boy and the girl. And then as the girl grows up, the girl grows up with the stereotype and with the belief that she is not as able as the her counterpart, that is her brothers. And she lacks the self esteem to stand up for her rights and to do something challenging. after marriage, during the marriage also there is this dowry system which is prevalent. And after marriage also, in the new family, when she enters, she starts off with the belief that she is not equal with the men, she is not equal to her husband. And then her children also witness that the mother is inferior to the father, or mother doesn't have the last say regarding a lot of things. So this is something that we see in our society, and it very much continues. So as I have interacted with more than 2000 women in West Bengal Women's Commission, I have witnessed that how in very, very privileged household, like uh, married to an IAS officer, married to an IPS officer, from that range of society, very big businessmen, to the lowest rung of the society. This is very much present. Like, it is not that, it does not exist now and it is not present. It is very much present. And it is happening even now. And even among educated women, the stereotype still continues. And women itself, they do the discrimination the most. The mother-in-law discriminates the daughter-in-law, and and between the daughter-in-law and the son, she will say that the daughter-in-law is supposed to have the meal afterwards, after the son finishes the meal. So like this, the discrimination and this continues. And I feel that this discrimination can only go with financial freedom, because economic freedom is a thing that people can see. Because if we say in terms of work, we know that the women work more than men at home. They work non-stop. They work 365 days. Their work never ends. It starts from she's the first person to wake up and she's the last person to go to bed. And her work is definitely much more than the men, but it is never recognized, because it is invisible. So this is called the invisibilization of labor. So since this work is, we cannot quantify with money, that is why we cannot see this work. So unless she earns and people can see the money she is bringing, unless that happens, women do not, or women will not have a voice, women will not have a say, women will not have role in making big decisions in the family. And unless she has that, the society will never progress. Because when there's a saying that if you're educating the woman, you're educating the entire household, or the hand that rock the cradle rules the world. So there are sayings like that, which proves that it is so important to educate and empower and make the women earn, so that they are empowered, they have a voice, and they may bring about a definite positive impact in the house and in the society around them.
Thank you, Jonagi ma'am. I would now request Madhumita to add on to this.
Uh, my company name is Prudential Retreat Company, and basically we work for women, like 24 Parganas and all Diamond Harbor areas. There are 3,000 to 4,000 women work with us through self-help groups. We are collecting material from the South Chobbish Parganas, Hooghly and Nadia district, with 3 shanghas each other, 100 to 150 self-help groups attached with us. Total women members, I told you, 3,000 to 4,000 involved. So our basically we are believe that education helps women to gain self-confidence and ability to provide a financial support. So our motto that we always there, we see that when I found with work with them, we saw that these women struggling so much for willing to earn money. They work for supporting their kids' education and try to achieve their desired dreams. So earning money is necessary for them. So that so we thought that if we are there's means we are trying to skill their which means one sec one sec. Sorry. So basically, our company brings them to smile to these women. So let's see. We start very small company now. It's 2 years. Only 2017 we started. So I have a big dream, but don't know how to. So many obstacles come nowadays, but trying to overcome them. So this is our motto, to empower that woman.
Thank you, Madhumita. I think, as I said, both of you, Jonaki ma'am, the way you actually spoke about the patriarchy and the impact of patriarchy and how till date we are fighting with patriarchy. In fact, a very funny, I don't know whether it is I said whether it is a right fact or not, but one of my friend who is learning to do palmistry, she told me that earlier a women hand was her non-dominant hand, which is the left hand or whichever she is not using, used to be seen in order to probably for palmistry, okay, to come up with the astrology. However, now since women are becoming so empowered and they're growing, now it is their both the hands are being set together to review the future or past, whatever it is. So I think the patriarchy has to go a long way, because earlier, since they did not have say in money related issues or matters, hence we saw the non-dominant hand, because non-dominant means you can't do much about it, right? Because you are not a left-hander, or you're not, that's not the hand which you use to do work. So you rely on the person, like the patriarchy, to give you your husband, your father, your brother, to give you or support you, and your future will rely on their future.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not a great believer of these things, but knowing this fact was gave me, oh my God, finally, our culture is giving the credit that we want.
And
So
the thing is, I would like to add that in the early Vedic age, we find instances of astronomers and debaters and philosophers like Khona
mm-hmm.
and, Lopamudra and
Mm-hmm.
Maitreyi and Gargi. So we find instances of women being at par, and getting the same right to education. It is only from the later Vedic age and henceforth, actually, I'm a history teacher. So, and
Wonderful.
henceforth, there has been deterioration in the status of women in the society, and so on and so forth. But in the beginning, like the beginning of the Vedic age, early Vedic age, the time when the Vedas were written, that time even the caste system, it was called the Varna system, and it was not fixed, it was not hereditary. It is only in the later Vedic that, we somehow, instead of going forward, we went backward, where the societal positions and where real, progress is concerned. That is
If
where
only
we
I
went
had a time
backward,
machine.
because we I don't know how we failed to realize that the role of women in educating the entire society.
It's so rightly
When I
said.
worked that,
Yeah, very insightful.
yeah, when I worked that lady, na, they always told they behave like us a property. We are property. They abuse us. They violence very much. And sometimes they told that after finish their all household work and all this, then they sit for a paper bag making, candle making, umbrella making. But that time also their husband told, they come there and beat their boyfriend. Why you come here for this work? This time you have to their house only. So that means they don't want, they earn some money because they are after that. So this girl all time told me that, ma'am, I told her you have to do better work or something. They told, no ma'am, they always they beat us like this only. Is very, yes, too much like this. Is very abuse and all things. These all things is very bad. So
that's how unfortunate the situation is. And Rumi, I know you would like to talk about this. Give me last minute. I want you to include this also in your answer. When you're answering the question, Madhumita is doing an amazing job by going ahead and empowering the women around her, and that itself is like hats off. Because right now when I keep going to the villages of Bengal, and I get to do a lot of sessions with these women, I get to understand that they all want to have experience this financial freedom. And the worst part or the best part is this, that all they want is not for them, they want it for their
For their
family,
children.
for their children. That
exactly.
is
Their
how we are
education,
tuned.
their education and all this. So
That is how we are all tuned. I don't know how many years it will. I don't know. Women has the capacity to put themselves first. And this is a big challenge, very big challenge. Like I keep having these arguments with my sister, my mother, my friends for that matter, sitting here also. Okay, so that is I think it's never ending conversation. But what I wanted to add, Rumi, is tell me, there are certain women, okay, who say, we are happy being a homepreneur, okay, and we would like to be like that, and financial freedom is nothing to me. I want to you to answer on that as well when you answer the question.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Madhumita, after that abuse is still continuing after they are able to earn money for their family?
yes, definitely.
Yes, Rumi.
So they do not want them to earn money.
No.
What is the abuse is all about?
Oh, because it will empower them, no?
Yeah, empower them.
Money will make them
They
powerful.
don't want, they empower.
So the men in the family will lose their standard.
Yes.
What if the women starts earning more than them?
Yes.
Then what? They don't even drink also. So the money will not go through the drain.
Now, so many women also stop the work like this, paper bag making and candles. They stop also.
I think we should address this issue. What do you say, Zonakim? I think we should interfere and address this issue and inform
Of course, they should be made aware of their rights. Like I'll just give a example. Just at my home, my domestic help, she is working in six to seven houses, and she is earning more than 20,000 rupees. She is the sole breadwinner. She is educating both her children are educated. Son has done graduation, and daughter is now in high school, and all have studied from English medium government schools, and they are all it is totally her work and her money, and the husband takes away her money and drinks. So that is why now she has, after a lot of coaxing, going and writing an FIR in the police station. And I have spoken to the police station, I have spoken to the officer in charge, OC. And after that, they have interfered, they have spoken to the husband. After that, he has stopped coming home, because whenever he comes home, he beats up everyone, because he is not his usual self. When he is totally intoxicated, he doesn't know what he is doing. And after a prolonged period of being drunk and being intoxicated, I think the brain also stops functioning rationally. So after that, he does such funny things like, stealing the money she has kept for their for
Kids'
their
education.
fees, or the money she is saving to buy something for their puja clothes and all that, also he will come and he will steal and take it away. So this is a kind of I have written 2 books on this. Unvanquished, the name of the book, the English one is named Unvanquished, the fight beyond justice. So this is based on actual case study of 15 such women who have fought from their different social standing. They have fought for their rights, and there are different stories, even dealing with, a young girl fighting with having a, going into a case with her own father, because she wanted, the mother is separated and she has grown up with the mother. She wanted that at least the mother should have the right, which the father has never given. So from that to the senior citizens, how they have been thrown out of the house by the son and the daughter-in-law. So these things are very much, because of that we are having so many laws have been enacted to protect the senior citizens. The only thing is, out of fear, or they feel that what will the society say, and they do not go to the police station, they do not go to
Exactly.
lodge a complaint. They sometimes they feel, what will the society say against us? So still they want to cover up their children. The old mother wants to cover up the child, and till it reaches a point where she is physically brutally beaten up. That is a point when she goes for help in women's commission, or goes to the police station. So that is the state of affairs. So the laws are there, and there is it is in West Bengal, it is called in every state there is, that is a legal aid service. Legal aid service is there, which is called PLCC. This is the legal aid service for, in the district level is there, in the state level it is there, and there a lawyer is provided to a woman free of cost. But all these things take time, number one. Number two, they have to be aware. So the awareness also has to be grown. They have to know about it. They should know whom to approach. Many a times the husband previously bribes the police that don't take any report. So they go, and their report is not taken. Their FIR is not lodged. So they don't know that it is their right that FIR has to be lodged. They have to, be firm about it. And FIR will be lodged. It is their right. So these things they are not aware of. So naturally, because they are not educated, they are not empowered. So that is why empowerment is money, empowerment is education, empowerment is social empowerment, to know the information, social information, that these are the rights which are there for you. So they should be made aware of this. Only then they can utilize all these things, and then they can stand up for their rights.
Yeah, actually, recently I've been to Kolkata. Then we have felicitated some of the women police officers, and we are connecting the people, and we know some of the media houses too. I think Jonaki Mukherjee, I'm agree with your point. People are not aware about the facts and rights they have. And we are running the campaign why women should be financially independent, because we all know 50% population is women. If
Yes,
women are not contributing for financial empowerment, then how our nation will grow?
absolutely.
We cannot sustain and we cannot attain the sustainable GDP growth. All will be going for the capitalism, and all this thing will continue. So what we want to achieve, the mass population should be aware with this, and they should come forward and start something. They can start from the home, they can start their own ventures. So we are encouraging all the girl students and women for that. And this is something very bad actually happening. I think Madhumita, you should Madhumita, we should sit with the chapter head Jayati Mukherjee and Vandana, and we should inform and we should find a solution for this, and we can make the awareness campaign regarding the same. We can have
in fact,
the
I want
FM.
to add in.
Yeah, Wendy, we can also have campaign on FM or the audio or the video also. We can conduct some station with the televisions or FM or something local radios and all, so that people should know about their rights. And Jonaki Mukherjee can also contribute because he has got detailed information regarding this. So this campaign is different, and the issue is also related to this. I think we should have a separate meeting for that, so that we can all can discuss what we can do.
Yes, I wanted to also let you know that
Sorry.
Jayati Mukherjee, who is the president for West Bengal, she has not been keeping well, but she has joined the event. She is listening to what we are saying and discussing. It was her brainchild to have this conference and discussion. And despite she not keeping well, thank you, Jayati, for joining us today. And Sonali has just joined us. Sonali, you're on mute. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening. So we were almost about to wind up, but we would definitely like your inputs on why do you think women needs financial independence?
Vandana, we can have her statement later on. She's just joined as audience for this station.
Oh,
so
I'm
this
sorry.
is not for her, so she's just joining.
Okay. She's joined as an audience. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware. But then, yes, of course, this is an open platform, and anybody who want to share a thought process can, of course, share. Sonali, if you want to talk about it, it would be good. If not, you can always let us know later. So, summing up, the conversation was very, very insightful. Right from understanding the Vedic history and from where patriarchy began to curb the efforts of the feminine side, the entire ecosystem has come up in such a manner that today Madhumita, an entrepreneur like Madhumita, entrepreneur like Rumi and me, we are working extensively with the women. And but despite creating, and we work with women of different strata. Okay. And when I say different strata, it means different strata. So, even despite coming from different strata, the unfortunate challenges are almost same. What Madhumita was talking about, that women being beaten up for for being financially independent, or doing some of their way of earning, of candle making, or through small efforts, they want to earn something, make something, save some money out of it. And when Janaki ma'am was sharing about her maid who was saving money, and now look at her husband who's taking away the money, thrashing her, getting drunk and abusing. This is very common. And this is not limited to the only lower section of the society. If you look at the corporate structure where I work, okay, now, if you see every year annually, the number of women passing a graduation exam and number of males passing a graduation exam has now become almost same. So it is not like women are not educating now. We are slowly but steadily bridging that gap. Now, what is the gap now? After this, suddenly a certain X number of women will vanish from the workforce. Why? Because this graduation degree was required only for them to get married. And nobody is getting is looking for a suitor who is not educated. So they all need a bride who is educated, but they don't want her to work. Why unnecessary trouble for her? Okay, we have enough money. That is what everybody says. So now coming back, now what happens, even if they start, okay, their career, you join their career, and then they get married. Till the time they are married, they're still working, because of course, being married, having a job is making them even more empowered, and they're getting money to the office. But the moment they become a child, have a child, okay, they have a child, what happens? Now suddenly they're in the middle level, there is no women. You come to the workforce, corporate workforce, go to any business floor. The number of women at the entry level and at the middle level, you will see drastically difference. Where are these people vanishing? Where are these women going? They're going back home. Because what are they doing? They are being forced to take care of the child. And if they are not taking care of the child, then the society will judge them. And in fact, to the fact that Jonaki ma'am was telling that, people who are coming and approaching the women's cell, or, what happens that even if they're old, this old lady, who is seeing that her son is good for nothing, is earning not even single penny, is actually going ahead and, fumbling away the money that he's earning, that they have saved and earned. But yet she will never talk against the son. Why? Because then she'll become a bad mother. She will never be Mother India. Everybody wants to be Mother India. That is the social pressure in India. You can't tell your child that your child is wrong. You've given birth to a wrong child. That's okay. You didn't have much control on it. You just gave the chromosomes. That's biology. And I think it is high time we as women will have to call a spade a spade. You getting my point? If you don't, then it is going to continue to make situations like this, wherein years and years are passing away, but we are still talking about empowerment, financial independence, earning a single penny, and getting beaten up for that. So that's the unfortunate sum up that we have.
Yeah, Vandana, I think that's why we have started Janitri. Janitri, the name of your mother, right?
Correct.
And our tagline is entrusting and employing mothers. I think we should come forward and spread awareness about all this, and so that mothers should, realize their duties.
Correct.
So we should start from the roots, start from the basics.
I would like to thank today's guest, Dr. Jonaki Mukherjee and Madhumita Chanda. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sonali ji, for joining us and listening to the entire conversation. And in case you have missed some part of it, we are going to put it up on YouTube. And I think a lot of women folk can benefit from this. उम्मीद यही है कि इस डिस्कशन से कुछ सीखे सभी लोग और अपने जीवन में आप यूटिलाइज करें. कई बार इमोशंस को साइड रख करके एक लॉजिकल डिसीजन लेना डिफिकल्ट होता है, लेकिन आई थिंक वहीं पे आपका पावर समझ में आएगा. और मुझे पता है कहीं हमारा जो इमोशनल साइड है, जहाँ पे हम लोगों को बताया नहीं जाता कि सेल्फ का, अगर आप देखिएगा, इफ यू वुड हैव सीन एनी डायर सिचुएशन, जैसे कि ट्रेन का एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है या कार का एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है या फिर फ्लाइट लैंड का क्रैश होने वाला है, mothers will first take care of their child, despite they announcing first secure your own mask, then take care of your child. Everybody is announcing, but mothers first instinct, pehle bachcha. I understand. But what happens in case you fall short of oxygen while putting the oxygen for your child? What we are forgetting is the husband tomorrow will go and get married to another person. Okay, your child will be left behind. So take care of yourselves. Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
everyone. Vandana. Thank you, Jonaki ma'am. Thank you, Madhumita. Thank you, Sonali. We'll meet again. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.